Happy hump day, everybody. It is Wednesday, and I would say Wednesday is the perfect day to make a fruit crisp. I have some fruit that needs dealing with. I still had 6 apples left over that I'd picked in the Okanagan maybe about a month ago. They're a little bit soft, they're a little bit bruised. I also have some blackberries that I picked about 3 weeks ago. I picked a whole bunch of those. I used 3 cups of blackberries and about 3 cups of apples. I sliced them quite thin and then into small little 1-inch pieces. Excuse me, cat time. That's your spot right there, not down here, not down here. Let's get started. The first step in a crisp is your container or your dish. You always want to use a glass dish, I think. If you don't have one, no big deal, but glass is better for the heat. Glass is also better for the appearance. It's really nice to be able to see all the bubbling fruit. I think it looks nicer, and you can sort of gauge how done it is a little bit better as well. I used some melted butter and coated the entire bottom and sides of this dish. I'm going to put my glass dish aside, and I'm going to prepare my filling. As you can see here, I have already cut up my fruit, and I've got the frozen blackberries and the unfrozen apples. You can use frozen or fresh fruit when you're making a crisp. It don't matter one bit. So what we need now is half a cup of granulated sugar. I'm gonna mix that up. And then I need a tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Okay, there's 1 and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Cornstarch to thicken up the fruit mixture. I decided to add some cinnamon because it's my favorite thing. I'm just going to put in a half teaspoon of cinnamon. So it's not going to be like bam in your face, but it'll just be a hint of cinnamon, which I think will be positively lovely. And the half teaspoon of cinnamon really is my favorite spice. And it's a great anti-inflammatory, don't you know? I've been doing a lot of research on anti-inflammatory foods, and cinnamon is definitely one of them. So I've been using it a lot in my baking and my cooking, because who doesn't need a little help with their inflammation? That is my filling. It looks good. Got my 1.5 cups of rolled oats. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add half a cup of brown sugar and 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And then I'm just gonna mix it all up with my hands. Sometimes this is all you need. You just need to get your hands dirty, get your hands in there, mix it all up real nice. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to drizzle this butter. And I'm just mixing it up with my spoon here. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And we just wanna stir that all up. Make it nice and buttery. It's very buttery. You can use any kind of fruit in a crisp. Any fruit that's about to go off, like you've got some bruised peaches or pears. You can mix fruit. You could do a strawberry rhubarb crisp, blackberry, blueberry, raspberry. Like you can just do anything. One thing I've never seen is a banana crisp, and that really just sounds like the worst thing I can imagine in the crisp world. Just ew. If you try it, let me know, but that's not something I'm gonna try. So I've got my prepared glass dish right here. It has been buttered. So I'm just gonna pour my fruit right in there. It's gonna spread it around on the bottom of the dish. Oh, that looks gorgeous. So now, once again, I'm gonna use my hands and I'm just gonna crumble it all over the top. And there's gonna be a few sort of slightly bigger chunks in there. Don't break them up, leave them as they are. A chunk kind of like that. It's kind of like a little oat cluster. Keep them. This is just absolutely awesome. Okay. So that is the crumble ready to go in the 350-degree oven. So I'm just gonna show how that looks pre-oven. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's ready to come out. It looks scrumptious. Bubbly, bubbly, toil and troubly apple blackberry crisp. All right, I have just taken my beautiful apple blackberry crisp out of the oven. Yum, oh, this is gonna be delicious. The crumble is nice and brown on top. The fruit just looks nice and bubbly and thick. The cornstarch did its job and thickened it up a little bit. Vanilla ice cream at this moment, but that is the perfect accompaniment for this. And it's a great dessert to use up sort of the old sad fruit in your fridge. So I am ready to try my apple blackberry crisp. It's delicious. The one thing I would say about this recipe, I would probably double the fruit. I found that the topping was a little bit too much for the amount of fruit. Probably what I would do would be to make the crisp and then use half the topping on one crisp and then freeze the rest for a future crisp. And then you just got it on the ready. When you want to, you've got some fresh fruit or you've got some fruit that's about to go, then you can just really easily whip up the fruit and then just grab the crispy crumble topping from the freezer and use that. Anyways, I'm really happy with the way this crisp turned out. I'll share the recipe on my website. Enjoy, and I'm gonna have another bite. So I've got a nice big chunky piece of crumble right there. Yum. Try it.